Hello, Marcus Guiliano here, international speaker, business author, Forbes Business Council contributor, and fellow restaurateur. Today's lesson is going to be on performance reviews. What is a performance review? When should you do it? How often should you do it? What should be in it? Some other cool stuff about performance reviews. So let's jump right into this. Let's do the overview first here on this before I jump into the full version for my academy, my Restaurant Success Academy. So not many employers do enough performance reviews, and they automatically associate a performance review with an annual pay increase. And employees associate that too. And by no means is that the case. That's far from what a performance review needs to be. So you can have a performance review, and you can have sort of a touch base sit down with employees. So there's two different things between a review, performance review, and a touch base. A touch base is where you just sit down and saying, hey, how's it going? What's happening? How's work going? Just a conversation to kind of nip things. I've noticed, you've been down lately. Is it something at work here? Is it, whatever. I noticed you've been late a lot lately. Or, hey man, you've been on time lately compared to, we had this conversation 2 months ago. That's awesome. It's a really good job. So these are sort of mini coaching sessions that you want to sit down with your staff and do. No pen and paper, nothing like that. It's very informal versus a review, which is performance review, which is very formal, detailed, documented, game plans established, things like that. There's three types of reviews, by the way, performance reviews. There's we call this a 360 at my restaurant, the 360 approach. So of course I review them because I'm the boss, and they expect a review from the boss. The whole staff, or certain parts of the staff, reviews them because we're a team, and it's all done unanimously, so they don't know who's reviewing them. So they get random people to sit down and fill out a questionnaire about, and they're typically pretty honest about that. And then they have to review themselves. So when we sit down to do a review, it's all three at the same time. Here's my take on you, here's your take on you, and here's the rest of the staff's take on you. And usually that's pretty accurate. It all coincides. People aren't stupid. There's a lot of really great questions that you can actually ask employees during these, like, what would you like to improve upon? Take specific things that are measurable from the time before, and just get specific with them. The book, 50 Mistakes Business Owners Make, that I wrote, has about, 6, 7, 8 questions, very specific questions in there you can actually ask that are thought-provocative and make them think, and that are rewarding. So definitely take a look at that. And you can even ask simple things, I like to start every meeting off with, tell me what's going on great in your life right now. What's really great. Tell me about a happy customer moment. Tell me about what other people are doing right on staff, things like that. So, just so it's a casual conversation, the ball gets rolling, and they're used to talking to you and opening up. So that's really the gist of a performance review versus a coaching review. And you have to look at yourself as a coach. The boss is a coach. That's your team, right? There's no successful team out there. The New York Yankees, Dallas Cowboys, any major team out there, teams in general, whether it's a high school team, professional team, they have coaches. So your staff is your team, and when you hire them, you really need to be explicit and say, I am your coach. I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong, I'm going to tell you what you're doing right, and I'm going to come up with the game plan here to get us to win. And if you present it to your staff like that in the hiring process and when they're on board, it's much easier to coach them. So, be the coach and take control.
Hey, Marcus Guiliano here. So if you like the content that I'm providing in this video, you can get my book, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make, for free. Follow the link below in the description of the video, and there's a link to get this book for free. I will ship it to you. You just pay the shipping. I've got the books already here. They're already paid for. 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. 15 years plus of me documenting my mistakes and how I corrected them, and how I mastermind with some of these mistakes, and how I learn from others, and what I teach my coaching clients. And again, this book is totally free, so take advantage of it while supplies last.